Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a great summer. So today's video, I'm going to talk to you about what I feed my guinea pigs. First thing, I want to give you some information first. A guinea pig's diet should be made up about 80% of hay, then you've got about 5% of their pellets, and then 10 to 15% of their vegetables. So we'll start over here first talking about this. Every day, I give my guinea pigs one leaf. So one leaf is roughly about this size. I mainly feed my guinea pigs green leaf or red leaf lettuce because it has the least amount of calcium, and they just love it better, and they tend to eat, there's less stalk, the stem in it, less of that. And then I give them about 1/4 of a large green pepper. However, I found this at a food market or a farmer's market, and this is huge. I've never seen a green pepper this big. So obviously this is a large, and we do not feed 1/4 of that. I will feed about 1/8 of this, but this is typically the size that I use. This is about, so I'll get like 1/4 of that, so that'll be roughly about this size, around there for the guinea pig. So 1/4, one slice of this per guinea pig. About once or twice a week, I'll give them an orange slice. My boys don't really enjoy this. They don't like oranges. Girls will eat it up. So it just varies. The next is celery. Now, celery really has no nutritional value at all, but my guinea pigs love it. So I give them a small little slice of it each day. And this is typically what I use for when my students give them treats. Now again, they're giving a small little slice per guinea pig per class, so they're not really getting much of that, which is fine. So that's typically what I use. Again, this is another one. You have your cucumber, not much nutritional value, it's mainly just water, but again, guinea pigs love it. It's not too high in calcium, so they get, at the end of the day, they get about a slice of it. Carrots. These are a little bit higher in calcium because you want your guinea pigs to have a low calcium diet, but again, they love, this is one of their favorite treats, so I give them to that. Give them a slice of that each day. And then you have your cherry tomatoes. Now you want to make sure you're giving them a small size. These are pretty small. Now your other ones could be about this big, so you'd want to cut that in half because too much of a tomato, of course, it's got acid in it, so you don't want to give them sores in their mouth. And then cilantro. This is not an everyday treat. It's kind of, I'll give them 1 or 2 sprigs 3 or 4 times a week, maybe even less than that, but they love it. And then another thing you could feed your guinea pigs is, you could feed them a few other things, but mainly these are the ones I stick to. Sometimes I feed them red beets. They're pretty low in calcium, but not a lot of them like it, and you have to buy about 3 or 4 of them in a bundle, and they usually go to waste, so I usually don't do that, but these are typically what I use. You want a guinea pig to have about 1 cup of vegetables per day, per guinea pig. So this is roughly for like a 2-pound guinea pig. Of course, if you have a 6-month-old or less, you may want to give them a little bit more, and that would also include this stuff too. So those are the veggies I feed, and this is how much you should give a guinea pig, about 1 cup per day. Moving on to your pellets. Pellets are super important. However, they are not their main source of food. Vegetables is where they get their nutrients. This is kind of like a multivitamin, kind of like what we take every morning. You want to make sure your pellets are all like bland color. You don't want any of the colored pieces, the nuts, the seeds. Nuts and seeds can actually cause their choking hazard. So you want to get that. Oxbow is what I use. This is better than what you'll find at Walmart because oxbow is mainly made of Timothy hay. You want to look on the ingredients and make sure it doesn't say alfalfa. Alfalfa-based pellets are more for 6-month-olds or younger because alfalfa has more calcium, and of course when guinea pigs are growing they need more calcium. But this is Timothy hay, and it's for adults because it does say, I believe it says on here, adult guinea pig. Now this isn't the best of the best. I'm currently looking into a different brand. It's KMS Hayloft. I'll leave a link below. It is actually one of your best because you want to find a Let's see if I can find it on here. You want to find something that says calcium, the minimum 0.4%. Well, this, anything higher, by the way, it's just too much calcium for a guinea pig every day. Well, this says the minimum is 0.35%. I'm sorry, I meant maximum. The maximum you want is 0.4%. So the minimum on this is 0.35%. Calcium, the max, is 0.85%. Well, you never know what you're getting with this. So this isn't your best one. KMS Hayloft is quite a bit more expensive. The pellets themselves are cheaper. I get 50 pounds of this each time, and it's roughly around $60. I get free shipping. However, KMS Hayloft, the pellets are cheaper, but it costs me $40 to ship. So that equals around $80. But in reality, $20 more, which this lasts me about 3 months, is a pretty good deal for 6 guinea pigs. For those of you that have less guinea pigs, you would probably want to get a smaller size, a less weight, and it would last you probably about the same, about 3 months. So I would recommend getting KMS Hayloft, but if not, this is your second best, which I may be switching here pretty soon. Okay, hay. Again, hay is 80% of a guinea pig's diet. Your guinea pig should never run out of hay. It is super important. They always have a fresh supply of hay. Maybe not fresh, but you get my point. Always have hay on hand. This is orchard grass hay. I find that it's not as hard and coarse. It's very flexible. Whereas Timothy hay, all the time I was getting very coarse. It wasn't cut very well. It was probably first cut. First cut means it's the first cut of the season, and you want more second or third cut of the season because it becomes very more loose. But so this is what I could find. Again, this is orchard grass hay. It is oxbow hay. So I buy this in bulk, 50 pounds, and it lasts me for about 3 months, and it stays very fresh. You want to make sure your hay is very green. You don't want it dead or brown. So as you can see, this is brown, but it's mixed in and it's okay. The majority of it is green. I've seen hay that is just pure brown. So it's dead. It's losing nutrients. You don't want that. You want fresh. You can also feed your guinea pigs a little bit of regular grass clippings from your lawn, but you want to make sure it's not treated grass, or your animals, your dogs, cats aren't pooping in that area. Cats wouldn't poop there anyway. But you just want to make sure it's not where a pooping ground is, because it can in turn hurt your guinea pigs. So make sure it's fresh grass, and it could be clovers, just a regular piece of grass. You might want to do some more research. Dandelions are okay every now and then, but they are high in calcium, so don't give them too many per week. And the last thing, first off, pellets. Forgot to tell you this. Pellets, you want 1/8 cup per day. 1/8 cup. This is a 1/4 cup, but you want an 1/8 cup. What I find is typically your coffee, like what you would get your coffee out, is usually an 1/8 cup. I found these at the Dollar Tree. However, I have yet to find them again. So in my area, they don't sell them anymore, but you might be able to find them. But it's the perfect size, and it's 1 scoop, 1/8 cup scoop per piggy. Again, if they're 6 months or younger, they usually have, you can give them a little bit more, or some people say that they get an unlimited supply, but in reality, that's probably too much. So you probably want to give them a little bit, probably a half a scoop of this per day, or maybe another scoop. You don't want to give them unlimited. And our last thing that I do is urinary support. I don't know if you can see that, but it's oxbow. Again, I am an oxbow lover. Oxbow urinary support, what it does is it promotes urinary tract health in small animals. My guinea pigs get 1 of these per day. The girls aren't too fond of them, but the boys love them. They're like little treats. I just give them 1 of these, and it's supposed to help flush their kidneys out, prevent bladder stones, kidney stones, that sort of stuff. Because again, if guinea pigs get kidney stones, especially males, they usually do not pass them. They have to have surgery, which puts your guinea pig at risk for dying. And girls, they say sometimes they can pass them, but I would prefer not to have any kidney stones. So a way to look to see if your guinea pigs are having, see if they have too much calcium, is you'll see little white spots in the cage. If you see little white spots where they've peed, they have an excess of calcium in their body. So you probably need to cut back on a few things, figure out what it is. It might be your pellets. It might be some of your vegetables you're feeding that are too high in calcium. Another thing you want to look for is, of course, alfalfa hay. You don't want to feed that to anything over 6 years old because it has too much calcium. So again, I can't find anywhere on the internet where it says the proper amount of calcium per guinea pig per day. Doesn't say it. So you just want to make sure you're feeding them low in calcium. Just feed them things that are low, and they should be pretty good. If you see that there are white spots, some guinea pigs are different. Carmel, my oldest guinea pig, it seems everything he has is just calcium. He has spots, so I cut back on things. So he's different than all my other guinea pigs. Another thing people say, and I noticed it too, is your type of lettuce can greatly cause it. Not so much your green and red leaf lettuce, but I have found that your romaine lettuce causes more calcium in my piggies. Even though it's slightly more, just for some reason it causes it. You do not want to use iceberg lettuce because there is no nutritional value whatsoever. But if you guys have any questions about this stuff, feel free to comment below. If you have any things you want to add that you feel should have been in this video, add it below as well. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great summer, and I should have another video up here soon. See you guys. Bye.